Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy Humble Warrior back with you guys with another banger video. Wanted to do a reaction to the Dolphins Collective. Dougie Do Wrong, TD, Fins Talk, Alan Poupard, and Omar Kelly. Great first episode, man. Shout out to you guys. Very great dialogue, very informative. Loved how you guys kept information flowing. Even though 50% of that episode was all about Tua. I don't know how he's such a hot rod, but hey, I'm used to it by now. But I did enjoy it, especially when he was talking about the draft. Omar mentioned how he wanted them to draft Will Johnson. He's one of the guys, one of the prospects that I really hope we do draft at 13. If not, if Brooks is still available, take him. If not, if Kevin Banks is available, take him. I don't want to see a draft a receiver at 13. Excuse me. But great segment, man. I did want to touch on some stuff because I did hit up TD Fins Talk on Twitter about it. But he said that that during the Super Bowl this year that Saquon Barkley didn't really contribute, or he was a non-factor, or they took him out of the game. If you go back and look at that Super Bowl game, the defense solely locked in on Saquon, but because the Eagles kept it balanced with how they ran the ball, it made for Jalen Hurts to have an easier game to play with, because the entire front four and linebacker core was solely bent on stopping Saquon. He had 23 carries for 57 yards, but it's not about the yards he gained, because in that game, he still made impactful plays, blocks. He made a couple of decent runs. I think he had like one big run for like 15 yards, something like that. But majority of that game, he was kept in check. But because they kept it honest with giving him the ball and him being a constant threat to score, it allowed Jalen Hurts to play the game that he played. Now, TD Fins also mentioned that, you know, if you put Shador on the team currently with the Dolphins, he has more improvisational skills than Tua. I disagree with that, TD. It's already been shown, even when Tua came into the league, he can improvise off script. He can extend plays off script. The only problem Tua has is that he can't get his own way with getting injured. That's his only problem. Outside of that, nobody ever said he had the biggest arm and nothing like that. And nobody said he had a powerful arm, but he can make the throws that are needed to convert first down, to get touchdowns and all that stuff. So to say, you know, that he had 5 years, granted, it's his 5th year now, yes, but that he's had his time and it's time for us to move on. You know, if you did move on from Tua, like, could you not be guaranteed another 4 or 5 years of purgatory quarterback play? Could you not be saying the same situation with the other guys that come in? And what would your excuse be then if they do not perform to a certain level? Or as you say, when we played the big games, Tua didn't show up, or Tua didn't help us win. Well, some of that can be rekindled, because the Buffalo game, we were literally in the game to the very end. The Houston game, we lost by 8 points. Granted, the 3 picks Tua threw, 2 of them was dumb as hell. Dumb. But the third pick, Tyreek got that ball snatched out of his hands, even though he caught it. So it's like, Tua should really only be accused of 2 interceptions in that game. He still had us in position to tie the game up, but he had to get injured by not sliding on that 4th down play. When, to me, the big lineman, I mean, I felt like that was a kill shot that he was going in for, because who lowers their helmet to hit somebody in the ribs? Or actually, no, it was in his hip. Who lowers their helmet to hit somebody in the hip? But hey, unfortunately, it has to be him that he does things like that. I'm hoping that this year that shit is out of his system completely, and we could see him play another healthy full season like we did in 23. And then from there, they can make their analogy on whether they want to keep him or not. Do I think he can win a Super Bowl in Miami? Absolutely. But I also think that they have to be realistic and say, we need to build in the trenches. And TD also said that everything around Tua has to be perfect in order for him to maximize what he can do. That's not true at all. Jalen Hurts has had everything maximized around him for him to do what he does, which is complete passes here and there and show that he can elevate a team around him. Even though in that Super Bowl, who did he really elevate? Because that game really went to the defense. We could say, I mean, yeah, you could say the offense had to score, yes. But if your defense is literally power checking Mahomes every single possession, forcing picks, you got a pick six, you got another interception out of Mahomes, you got a fumble, I mean, you got several sacks. So what did your offense really have to do? And not to mention, you was up 28-0 by the half. You was up big on them. So what else did your offense have to do? Because your defense gave you 7 and it spotted you 21 points with short fields. So you didn't have to do a lot offensively to actually say that, you know, Hurts was a major contributor in the Super Bowl. He won the MVP. Did he deserve it? No. The defense should have got the MVP. But I digress. To say, you know, Tua is never going to be in the category of Mahomes or Burrow or Herbert and like that. But he's in his own stratosphere in terms of what he can do with the skill set that he possesses. And people overlook that because of his stature, because of the way he throws the ball, because of the way he conducts himself. And people do not like the fact that he's an off-the-field leader, but when the team falls apart, he seems to fall apart with it. Even though in retrospect, it's not always him falling apart. He's out there trying to extend plays at the cost of his own health and body, which is why he gets injured so much. Because the Buffalo Bills games week 2, what happened? He got the first down clearly, but he decided to go head up with DeMar Hamlin. He got a concussion. Stupid. I said it was stupid as hell. And now he gone for 6 games. We don't get him back to Arizona. Those games that he missed, we won 1 game. That was New England. We lost the rest of them. So you do the math. If we actually won, we would have won 4 games in a row with him at the helm. We would have beat Seattle, we would have beat Indy, we would have beat Tennessee, and we would have beat, because he came back to Arizona games, so we would have beat New England. So that would have been 4 games in a row we could have won. So instead of us being 2-6, we're 6-2 going into the Arizona game. And now people are not questioning our offense or our defense because we're not getting beat up so bad, and we're in position with Buffalo to fight for the division crown. Because we took it to Buffalo in Buffalo, I think in that week 12 or week 13 matchup that we played them in, we was right in position to win that game. If only our defense had, what's his name? Jordan Poyer hadn't done that dumbass pass interference type play when he damn near knocked the dude out. Even though it shows in the replay he was never gonna catch that ball. If he don't hit that man, it's 3 and out, and we get the ball back, and Tua can go down the field and get us a game-winning field goal to win that game in Buffalo. Because I truly believe that was what's gonna happen next. We was gonna go down and win that game in Buffalo. But hey, nobody can say that he played terrible. Even TD had to give it up. My only thing with TD and Allen Poupart is this. Nobody ever said he was a savior of the franchise, but he's one of the best quarterbacks you've had in a minute. That's saying a lot without saying much. Because what he can do helps your offense tremendously. Now, the only thing they got to do now is build that line up. I'm not saying he needs every lineman to be perfect, because he can do things even when the pocket is breaking down. But in the playoffs, we all know, as you go in the rounds higher, it's going to get tougher. So I'm begging Miami to do the right thing and build your line. That way he can be there in the final games or the divisional or the AFC Championship round to help you possibly get to the Super Bowl. Don't half-ass do this and then they say, no, we screwed up, man. Don't half-do this. But again, Omar, Doug, TD, Allen, great episode, man. Loved it. Look forward to your next episode. I subscribed already. So I'll be tuning in. I would give my, comments and stuff like that. I'll probably jump on a live and talk a little bit with you guys. But that was my only thing. Like, I love the camaraderie. I love the fact that you guys were all open-minded. You continue to give great point of views, and you're breaking down things that most fans probably either they didn't know or they may not know as in depth as you guys do. But great segment, and I look forward to the next one. That's my commentation on it. That's my 2 cents on the matter. But overall, great first episode. I gotta get out here now because I gotta get the kiddos some breakfast. But peace.